Hey, Shalom, Israel, Brother Reggie Jr. here. So today, guys, we're going to be reading Numbers chapter 28, just picking up where I left off from last time, guys. And we're going to go ahead and get right into it. Numbers chapter 28, and I'm going to read verses 1 through 8 first. And it says, "And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying," now this verse 1 through 8, this is going to be talking about the normal offerings or God's regular offerings. "The Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Command the children of Israel, and say unto them, My offering and my bread for my sacrifices, made by fire, for a sweet savor unto me, shall you observe to offer unto me in their due season. And thou shalt say unto them, This is the offering made by fire, which ye shall offer unto the Lord. 2 lambs of the first year, without spot, day by day, for a continual burnt offering. The one lamb shalt thou offer in the morning, and the other lamb shalt thou offer at even." Because, brothers and sisters, we had daily offerings. I hope we didn't forget that. But in the land, we did have daily offerings. You had the feast day offerings, different stuff like that. But there were daily offerings. And this is what the Lord is speaking concerning. Says, "For the one lamb shalt thou offer in the morning, and the other lamb shalt thou offer at even. And a 10th part of an ephah of flour for a meat offering, mingled with the 4th part of an hin of beaten oil. It is a continual burnt offering, which was ordained in Mount Sinai for a sweet savor, a sacrifice made by fire unto the Lord." So, brothers and sisters, if you're under the first covenant, you need to make sure you're doing this, okay? Verse 7, "And the drink offering thereof shall be the 4th part of an hin for the one lamb. In the holy place shalt thou cause the strong wine to be poured unto the Lord for a drink offering. And the other lamb shalt thou offer at even, as the meat offering of the morning, and as the drink offering thereof thou shalt offer it, a sacrifice made by fire, of a sweet savor unto the Lord." Okay, now we're going to keep going. Now I'm going to read verse 9 through 15, because now we're going to take a look at the Sabbath day offering. Oh yeah, there was offerings made on the Sabbath day. And these offerings had to be done every Sabbath. Verse 9, "And on the Sabbath day, 2 lambs of the first year, without spot, and 2/10 deals of flour for a meat offering, mingled with oil, and the drink offering thereof. This is the burnt offering of" what? "Every Sabbath." Let me read that again. "This is the burnt offering of every Sabbath, beside the continual burnt offering and his drink offering." Because remember, there was a daily offering. That daily offering, you still did that on the Sabbath. But then you had the Sabbath offering that you only did every Sabbath. You had to do this, brothers and sisters. Under that first covenant, you had to do that Sabbath offering plus the daily offering, which fell also naturally on the Sabbath day. So if you're under the first covenant, you need to make sure that you're doing these 2 offerings, the daily offering and the Sabbath offering. If not, brothers and sisters, you have transgressed the covenant. You have transgressed the law, because you said all that the Lord saith we will do. You need to do this. But for those of us under the second covenant, we don't have to worry about this. We good. Verse 11, "And in the beginnings of your months ye shall offer a burnt offering unto the Lord, 2 young bullocks, and 1 ram, 7 lambs of the first year, without spot, and 3/10 deals of flour for a meat offering, mingled with oil for one bullock, and 2/10 deals of flour for a meat offering, mingled with oil for one ram, and a several tenth deal of flour mingled with oil for a meat offering unto one lamb, for a burnt offering of a sweet savor, a sacrifice made by fire unto the Lord. 14. And their drink offerings shall be half a hin of wine unto a bullock, and the third part of an hin unto a ram. And I was going to say too, I forgot to say, but that Sabbath offering, I think you can see that be performed in, I think, Ezekiel 36, about verse 4 or 5. It was one of those two verses, but they were doing that Sabbath offering. But anyway, back to the middle of 14. And a fourth part of an hin unto a lamb. This is the burnt offering of every month throughout the months of a year. So you had a lot of them, those new moon offerings. Okay. Make sure that I'm gathering my mind and make sure I'm where I'm supposed to be at. Okay. All right. Let's see. 15. And one kid of the goats for a sin offering unto the Lord shall be offered beside the continual burnt offering and his drink offering. Now I'm going to read verses 16 through 25. All right. And in the 14th day of the first month is the Passover. So now we're going to be dealing with the unleavened bread festival. And in the 15th day of this month is the feast. 7 days shall unleavened bread be eaten. And the first day shall be an holy convocation. Ye shall do no manner of servile work therein. But ye shall offer a sacrifice made by fire for a burnt offering unto the Lord. And, remember, brothers and sisters, if you are under the first covenant, you need to make sure you're doing this. It's not good enough to just say, well, I'm keeping Passover and I'm keeping unleavened bread. It doesn't matter. You need to make sure that you're doing this burnt offering on these days, because see, I don't want to go there because it's going to lead down a hole that is going to take me away from this chapter. So I'm going to just keep reading. But ye shall offer a sacrifice made by fire for a burnt offering unto the Lord. 2 young bullocks and 1 ram, and 7 lambs of the first year. Well, let me just say it, but let me condense it real short. You can't claim to be under Christ and then be under the first covenant at the same time, brothers and sisters. It doesn't make sense. Either you're under the first covenant or you're under the second covenant. Because a lot of y'all believe you're still under the first covenant. Unleavened bread come, and it's a lot of y'all brothers and sisters too, when Passover come, you still cooking the lamb and doing all of that stuff. And the lamb ain't even up to the qualifications of God. So I don't even know why you doing that. But unleavened bread come, y'all getting all the leaven out your houses and stuff. You're basically saying that you're under the first covenant. So if you're saying you're under the first covenant, then hey, you need to make sure that you got your sacrifice ready. You got your burnt offering ready. But because you know you can't do that because you in captivity, you try to run up under Christ. No, you can't run up under Christ because you're keeping the ordinances of the first covenant. So you're saying I'm under the first covenant. So don't run up under Christ when it's convenient for you. We got to stop doing that, brothers and sisters. But middle of verse 19, 2 young bullocks and 1 ram and 7 lambs of the first year. They shall be unto you without blemish. And their meat offering shall be a flour mingled with oil. 3/10 deals shall ye offer for a bullock, and 2/10 deals for a ram. A several tenth deal shalt thou offer for every lamb throughout the 7 lambs, and 1 goat for a sin offering, to make an atonement for you. Ye shall offer these beside the burnt offering in the morning, which is for a continual burnt offering. But remember, brothers and sisters, the Lord Jesus is the burnt offering. He is all of those offerings. He has already made the atonement for. He's already done these things. So why are we still going back under the first covenant, brothers and sisters? No, we need to get from under this first covenant, and we need to go under this second covenant. Okay. Verse 23. Ye shall offer these beside the burnt offering in the morning, which is for a continual burnt offering. So remember, every day a certain offering had to be made, brothers and sisters. So all of these other special offerings, these were done on top of the base offerings that the priests had to do. So this was a lot of offering, brothers and sisters. And remember, to even do any of this stuff, you had to have a temple. You had to have Levitical priests. We do not have a temple. We do not have Levitical priests. We are in captivity, brothers and sisters. So guess what? Jesus died right on time. You know what Jesus' commandment is now for us? Is to love your God and to love your brothers and sisters, to have faith and believe in Jesus. That is the commandment now, brothers and sisters. Away with the offerings, all of that stuff. It is now time for us to love our God and love our brothers and sisters. Because that's the whole law. But anyway, verse 24 says, after this manner ye shall offer daily throughout the 7 days the meat of the sacrifice made by fire, of a sweet savor unto the Lord. It shall be offered beside the continual burnt offering and his drink offering. And on the 7th day ye shall have a holy convocation, and ye shall do no servile work. Okay, so now we're going to be dealing with the first fruit offerings, or the harvest offerings. 25. And on the 7th day ye shall have an holy convocation, ye shall do no servile work. Now it says also in 26, also in the day of the first fruits, when ye bring a new meat offering unto the Lord, after your weeks be out, ye shall have a holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work, but ye shall offer the burnt offering for a sweet savor unto the Lord. 2 young bullocks, 1 ram, 7 lambs of the first year, and their meat offering of flour mingled with oil, 3/10 deals unto 1 bullock, 2/10 deals unto 1 ram, a several tenth deal unto 1 lamb throughout the 7 lambs, and 1 kid of the goats, to make an atonement for you. But remember, Jesus already made the atonement for you. 31. He shall offer them beside the continual burnt offering and his meat offering. They shall be unto you without blemish, and their drink offerings. All right, so that's it, brothers and sisters, for that chapter. I hope you got some understanding, and I will see you in the next lesson. Shalom.